Hi, Bernadette here. I was just sitting here earlier today contemplating and reflecting on the weekend. And it happened to be my birthday on Friday. And someone had asked me online, okay, so it's your birthday. I turned 59. What regrets do you have? And I'm asked this quite often. It's kind of one of those personal development type of questions that one would ask. And I always have the same answer. I don't have regrets. And people are often taken aback by that, as this person was. And I thought to myself, wow, how profound that people are so taken aback about someone not having. And I'm often asked as a follow-up, well, don't you regret, the bad things that you've done or the failures that you've had or the way you've treated people? Because I certainly have a history of shedding the corporate bitch, right? That's my book, and that's kind of my backstory. And I would still continue to have to say, no, I don't have any regrets. Every one of the situations, every one of the events, every one of the encounters, every one of the traumas, every one of the pains, the hurts, the joys, the successes, the riches that I've experienced in my 59 years has made me who I am. So how can I regret that? Then you'll be asked on your birthday. So, what would you do differently? Again, I wouldn't do anything differently. And trust me when I say I've had my traumas, I've had my successes, I've had my absolute humbling failures. But I just have never been that type of person to hang on to it. Now, that doesn't say that I don't hang on to the past. There's some things that I've had a hard time letting go, and I've had to reflect on that. But getting back to the regrets, I just really, truly believe that every situation, every conversation, every experience, every, like I said, pain and joy, laughter and hurt, tears and happiness have all happened for a purpose, for a reason. And it's made me who I am, and it makes you who you are. So I would have you ask, what regrets do you have? And, many of you may know I'm that very kind of logical type of processor. So I would suggest to you also to consider and ask the question, what regrets do I have? And put them out on a piece of paper. Big journaler. I hope you are too. Big journaler. Put it out on a piece of paper. And then look at what value is that having on your life right now, holding on to that regret. And then I would then add, what impact is it having on you and your life right now? That could be negative. It's not going to be positive because that would be the value, right? So picture, a piece of paper. One column is all the things that you regret. The next column is all the value that it's bringing into your world right now, holding on to that regret. The third column would be all the impact that it's had on your life, holding on to that regret, whatever that situation or experience or encounter was. What impact has it had on your life? Has it had on your total being of totally being you? Consider each one of those. I would also then have you consider asking yourself some empowering questions. What did I gain from that experience, encounter, relationship, situation, whatever the failure, the success, whatever it might be? What lesson, what learning did I take from it? You might even then consider the fact that all of those situations were actually blessings, even those significant failures or traumas or pains, or hurts. They all have blessings in them. They're hard to see when we're in it, but if you look back, and how many times have you looked back in your life and went, wow, I'm so glad that I, kind of got out of that relationship, or I lost that job, or I lost that house, or I had to move, or, I was in that car wreck, whatever the case might be. What did you find that you brought forward of that situation, encounter, experience? Living in regret doesn't serve a purpose. And so what you want to do is you want to kind of shift that experience encounter situation into more of the lesson and the blessing that you can carry forward, as opposed to the regret and the heaviness of regret that comes with it. So this time, or even right now, um, if there is thing, heavy on your heart, causing you to not move forward, causing you to not pursue what you want, causing you to not be, happy and fulfilled and complete, and totally rich in your life, then I would suggest you go through that exercise of really owning that situation, experience, or encounter, putting a name to it, feeling it out, but really understanding what value has it brought to you, holding on to it, and what impact has it had on you holding on to it. And then simply agree at that point in time to let it go. Just put past and what is going to lift you up and move you forward and leave everything else behind. All right. I just needed to share that because I just got not caught off guard, but I was just jolted again when someone really didn't accept the fact that I don't live with regret. And it certainly is a freeing and liberating experience and a way to live. And plus, it's almost like weight control. You don't have that extra heaviness, other than your weight that you're carrying around. So consider that. All right.